get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one.
Coach, it's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up and we are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the set. Mike, boys, 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hit it.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Look at me.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill.
Throw left side complete. It's Pearson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Okay, break. 56 is the mic. Target.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. First down, and it's Pollard again. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alpha. 65. Now. Boys, 56. Check, 56. Watch the screen. Pass.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Boys, let's go.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Set, ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Run for Pollard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Come on, set. 50, plant. Check, 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 99. Check 99. 56 to Mike. 56.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lamb. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
In your face. Hey, check.
On first down, Pollard. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Let's go now. Leo. 90 Wolf. You. Hey. Nickel. Let's go.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Hey, alert 3.
We're scoreless after one.
You ready?
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time and led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
218, chop it. Let's go, get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, wahoo!
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Night, sweetheart. Mike 56. Mike 2.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I got you, boy.
2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off.
Here we go.
The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
36. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Back to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Pollard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Rip right, rip right.
Check 52. Snap.
Pollard going to try the right side. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Big hit.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Gotta do better.
Buzz.
Come on.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Hit it.
Go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 42. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
I got one. Check 31.
Pilot, 64, weak.
56 is the mic. Hey, man, watch the boot.
Rock it. Big grip.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, Sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Recon, 132 fighter. Watch 24. Hey, Delta. Shoot.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Yes, yes.
56 is the mic.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Go. Hey, Jet. Go.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Watch the twist. Check.
Now.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground, it's Geis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Jam him, jam. Sponge, get it.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Check 56. Wild Bill.
Look at me, zipper. Go.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Ready.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Fresno.
Hey, Echo.
No.
Look at me. Door.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will break.
It's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
On the set. Hard, hard.
He's scared. Out, 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 out.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
18 Gator.
56.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
49, check 49, check 49. Ready.
2nd and 11. Campbell making the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Paris Campbell. A 5-yard.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
High 7.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Leo.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Whip.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the whip.
Now.
56.
They'll drop the throw.
Watch the slant.
Catch made here by Campbell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And the Cowboy first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ready.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Rock it.
I'm coming after you.
Time.
Check 3. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Smooth.
Give me something. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here.
Get in the weight room.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
We ain't beginning. Hey, Sam on. Get it.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis.
Check the backer.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
He went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Come on,
the last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Check three.
Greystone travel. Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
On the double.
56. Mike's 56.
Bam. Go.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Blue draw Corkers. Hey, wahoo.
Bang. Switch.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Get that quarterback.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Watch the curl. Now.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Here comes the ball.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Pollard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Hey, 2.
Mike's 56.
Now back to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Pearson.
Come on now.
Give them the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Set. Look. Squeeze. 90 Wolf.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush
Five. Speed rip.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
3 buzz.
Kill.
Hey, seam six. Now.
36 to Mike. I got you, son. Mike, 36.
Get it.
Mike, 36. Check back.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if the team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ready.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
15 line. Hey. Say go.
Now a give, right side. Pollard slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
Ready up.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Go.
56. Mike's 56. Who that? Mike 56. Mike 56.
Rabbit.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up, but relentless. That's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying it.
At the 46-yard line.
Set. Ready. 10 Lobo.
58 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
61, matchbox lights.
Kill. Check 43.
5.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Lamb.
Let's go.
Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Switch.
6-6, pull it high.
Crunch.
Hey, Charlie.
Slam.
Ready.
They'll run with Geis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The Cowboys' 33-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
Right there, 56. Let's go. Hey, switch gears.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check safety. Alert flare.
Now.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Mike 56.
Hey, watch the lane.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Watch the pass.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
30 base.
Here's Geis.
Tighten up. Got two.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Ready, break.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Ricky.
Now a handoff, Geis going right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards leads to 3rd down and 14.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Redskins, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.